Hi guys, welcome to another video. Today I want to talk about a few ways you can tell if the bagpipe is leaking from maintenance reasons or if it's something that you need to work on yourself. So the first thing that you want to think about is how much have I been playing my bagpipes? Have I been playing them regularly? AKA that might be every day or every second day or once a week, which gets a little bit more on the less regular side. If you've been playing every day or every second day and you feel like your bagpipes are starting to become a little bit more harder to play, then there's a couple of things that you can do to check them out. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to see if your bagpipe is airtight, especially if you have a hybrid, which is a split between synthetic and hide, or if you have a hide bag completely. What I have here is I have corked all of my stocks, my drone stocks, and my chanter stock. I have my blowpipe in, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to blow the bag up. I'm going to inflate it, and I'm going to see how much air the bag loses, which shouldn't be any at this point. But if it does, I need to know what I can do to solve that problem. So let's inflate the bag and see how much air we lose, if any. So just in case there's any airflow that comes out through the flap inside the blowpipe, I'm keeping my thumb over top of it just to see that, just to make sure that there's no air that comes out of it. So I've inflated this bag as much as I can. I couldn't get any more air in. And right now I'm just waiting a few seconds to see how much air the bagpipe actually loses, if any. Hopefully not. So it's been a few seconds already, maybe about 10 to 20. And let's give it a few more seconds. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So I'm going to see if I can blow any more air into the bag. And let's see. I blew almost no air into the bag. So the bagpipe is airtight, which is awesome. That is exactly what you want to know about the bagpipe, is that the pipe bag itself is not leaking any air. What you want to know is that if your pipe bag is not leaking and it's airtight, then it's a matter of checking that your drone reads are calibrated properly. There's no sense in playing a bagpipe where the drone reads are not set up properly, or in other words, they're calibrated to take the proper amount of air that is efficient. So if you're playing a set of bagpipes that have good drone reads in it and you need to check that the drone reads aren't taking too much air, then you need to ensure that the drones are in the pipes, which mine are on the table right now. But you put the drones in the pipes, you blow them up, and see if you can get the drones to turn off. Now what I mean by that is once the drones are in the pipes, you inflate, you strike the bag in, get the drones going, and then you blow and blow into the bag until the drones should turn off by themselves with enough pressure. If you can't get enough pressure into the bag to turn those drones off, then they are taking way too much air. And it's hard to tell exactly how much air you have to give in order for the drone reads to shut off. So if the drones do not shut off, then there's a couple of things that you can do. Take the drone reads out. You can take the black bridle here and you can move it down the tongue towards this end, away from the hemp end. You're going to move the bridle down just a smidge. Most reeds do not need a lot of adjustment, small increments at most. So move the bridle down the tongue to shorten the tongue, make it so that the tongue can't take as much air in, and then put the drone reed back into the drone, and then do that for all of them. So what you'll do next is you'll inflate the bag and shut off the base and see which ones of the tenors you can get shut off while blowing into the bag as hard as you can. Just blow, blow, blow. If the outside tenor goes off, or the inside or the outside tenor goes off, the one that goes off before the other is at a better range of pressure. That tells you that the drone reed is taking a better amount of air in the outside tenor. If it keeps on, if it doesn't turn off, then you need to shorten the tongue on the reed enough so that it takes in less air, so that when you strike the bake up after making that adjustment, then both of your tenors should stop at the same time, or as close to the same time as you can get. If they don't shut off at the same time, you need to do the adjustments on the reeds so that you can get both of them to shut off at the same time. Now, once you get those two shut off at the same time, then you want to get the bass to shut off as well. Now, if the bass drone does not shut off, you do the exact same thing as you did with the tenors. Now, the other thing that you want to check is that you need to be playing a pipe chanter reed that is the right strength for you. If you know that the pipe chanter reed is the right strength for you, then you don't have to worry about this step. If you don't know if it's the right strength for you, you need to take the chanter out of the pipes and you need to try to play the first line of Scotland the Brave at a speed that you feel is comfortable for you. If you can't get through the entire line of Scotland the Brave, then the reed is just a hair too hard for you. And if it is too hard for you, then that's something that you'll need to take care of later on. We won't get through that today. But that is a few things that you can do to check if your bagpipe is a little bit too hard. Because if our bagpipe is too hard, we're not going to have fun playing it. We're going to struggle with it, our tuning is going to be off, and our tunes are not going to be as enjoyable to play as they would if the bagpipes are taking the right amount of air. So if your bagpipe is seeming to take a little bit too much air, if it's hard to blow, check that the pipe bag is airtight. Check that your drone reeds are calibrated properly and taking the right amount of air. And the number 3 is, if this applies to you, check that the pipe chanter reed is the right strength for you. Those are the 2 definite steps and the 3rd potential step. So I hope that this video was helpful for you. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.